What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode. So I'm excited for this one. You know why? Because when Aipas sent me their first F3 e-bike, I loved that bike and I thought it was one of the most amazing bikes that I've ever reviewed. And guess what? They've sent me their Max version. This one just came out. This is a longer wheelbase e-bike, and I think it's better for riders who are big and tall. Number one, this has hydraulic brakes, okay? So really beefy brakes, not only in the front, but also in the back. I particularly like hydraulic brakes because I just like the way they feel. It's debatable if they stop you faster or not, but I just like the way they feel. Secondly, this has a pedal assist system, just like all the other e-bikes. It goes all the way up to pedal assist number 5. So we're going to be using it on the default setting, and I believe with pedal assist it goes up to 20 to 28 miles an hour. We'll find out once we're on the road. The other thing is that this has a half twist throttle. I love these half twist throttles. I don't like the thumb mechanism that they have either on the left or on the right side. So as you can see here, thumb throttle. I think that's really cool, kind of mimics like a motorcycle feeling. And then we also have an 1800 motor in the back. When I first started reviewing them, they were like 750 watts, but now they got these crazy numbers all the way up to 1800, 2700, 3000 watts of power, and they only do like 25-30 miles an hour. I think you can definitely go on the internet and hack these things, because the 1800 watts should definitely put you above 35 miles an hour if you wanted to. On the internet there's always hacks for stuff, and I'm sure you can get creative with that. And in case you're wondering, where the heck is this battery? Well, the battery lives inside of this tunnel in here, okay? So you can see here, if you push this and then pull, this opens up, and then theoretically, this e-bike becomes something that you can fold up like a pretzel and either store it in a storage unit or a closet somewhere, or fold it up and put it in your trunk and take it places. And I think that's one of the things I love about these e-bikes, because they're very portable. Yes, they weigh a whole lot. They're 70 to 80 pounds. I don't exactly know how much this one weighs, but if I had to guess, I would say probably north of 80 to 85 pounds. I'll put a caption on the screen when I find out the exact figures. They claim that it has an 85-mile range. Not exactly sure if any of these claims are false or true, but I mean, it all depends where you live, how you ride, etc., etc. I'm sure you already know this, but anyway, enough talking. I think we should definitely get on the road and ride this bike. When I got this bike, obviously I had to install it, take it out of the box, and I think the installation procedure like literally took me, I think, 45 minutes, maybe less. Because this bike was mostly already put together, I had to put together this, and then put the seat clamp on, and then make sure everything was tight, and I think one or two other things here and there, but it was mostly an easy process. And yeah, I love the way the bike looks, and I love the color that they sent me. I think there's an option to order additional colors as well. But anyway, I would probably consider this in the upper ranges of the quality bikes that I've tested on this channel. The paint, as well as the components, and generally speaking, when I'm riding the bike, feels really, really good. Like on this channel, I review dozens upon dozens upon dozens of bikes, lots and lots of bikes. I've been very fortunate enough to be in the position that I'm in where I get these e-bikes for free. I did not pay for this, but I'm sure you already guessed on how my channel works and these reviews work. But my opinions are my own, and I'm free to say and pretty much do whatever I want after I receive the bike. So yeah, I'm under no obligation to make anything up whenever I make these reviews, so I'm just being genuine and honest with you. And I really, really think that this is a great bike and a fantastic value in 2026. I think on their website it's going anywhere between $800 to $900. And if there is a coupon, I will include it down in the description below. You can go ahead and click on that coupon. I'll also make sure to include any other links where this bike will be sold. So if you can click on my link and make your purchase, it costs you absolutely nothing, and you're pretty much supporting me and my channel, so I really appreciate that. But anyway, back to the bike. 20 by 4-inch fat tires. It's been many years since fat tire e-bikes were introduced, and I think that trend is just continuing. I guess people really like these fat tire e-bikes because even years later, I would say 3-4 years later, these companies are still making these fat tire e-bikes. I thought it was just a fad in the beginning, but nope, they're still making them. As far as the off-road capabilities of this e-bike, I mean, you can take it off-road, but would I take a bike like this off-road? Probably not, but with the fat tires, you can most likely do that. As far as the type of people that should be buying this bike, this is the perfect commuter bike, my friends. If you're interested in buying a commuter bike, and you just, you know, like, gas prices are so ridiculous. If you live in California, you know exactly what it is I'm talking about. But regardless of where you live, gas prices are nuts. But generally speaking, if you wanted a cheaper way to travel back and forth, not only is this bike a pleasure to ride, but it gets you there economically. If you're doing like a 10-mile round trip and you're not always on the throttle and you're using a combination of pedal assist as well as the power, this bike will easily do 50 to 60 miles on pedal assist. But if you're using pure power like I am right now, like I'm not pedaling, I feel no need to pedal this bike, then I think you'll get a comfortable 20 to 25 miles. Again, depending on hills and how fast you're riding. Like, I'm doing top speed, so for me it's not going to last as long. I guess the only gripe I have with these fat tire e-bikes is that they're pretty loud, okay? And I'm not talking about the motor, I'm talking about the tires themselves. Like, people can hear you from a mile away. I guess that's a good thing. I mean, they can get out of your way, right? So that's a positive thing, I guess, if you think about it that way. But as far as riding is concerned, the tires just generally make a lot of sound on pavement. And so that's the only negative thing about these fat tire e-bikes. Otherwise, it's got a lot of tread wear. I think they last a very long time. I think these can last you a couple thousand miles. So if you're riding on a daily basis, expect it to go a long way. As far as the longevity of these bikes are concerned, I haven't really had an e-bike for too long, because honestly, I get these bikes, I do the reviews, and I have no space, so I get rid of them afterwards. But I have seen reports on the internet where people ride these bikes for thousands of miles. I saw one guy, he was riding it back and forth to work, exactly what I recommended for you guys if you're interested in buying something like this, to do the exact same thing. And I think he had like 6,000 miles. And it wasn't this bike, but it was a moped e-bike. But that being said, I think anything coming out of China right now is just really good quality. Some e-bikes are absolutely exceptional in quality, like this one. And then others are mediocre. But if we compare them to like e-bikes of 3-4 years ago that were coming out of China, I think they're leaps and bounds better because they've learned from their mistakes. And I think generally speaking, the quality of the bikes and everything else has become so much better. I know this because, like I said, I've reviewed so many of these things. And holy macro, yeah, it does have great off-road capability. Check this out. Smooth, very smooth. It's kind of bumpy, like the grass I'm riding in. But yeah, guys, this is super smooth. Let's jump on the suspension to see what it is, see what it's like. Yeah, guys, this is really smooth. Wow. So if you have some bumpy areas, hell yeah, man. You could definitely take this off-roading. Remember a few minutes ago, I was like, I don't know if you want to take this kind of bike off-road. Well, I got to change my mind about that. You could definitely take this off-road if you wanted to. I wouldn't do jumps on it, though. Okay, so that's one thing I wouldn't do. Jumps of any sort. But hey, you know what? Who am I to say what to do with your own e-bike? Do whatever you want. But what makes sense for now, at least, is just going on grass and now on dirt. Anyway, let's get out of here. This bike is so good, man. And it's got like 2 screws here, and I think this is perfect for a water bottle. But let's see, if you're going to get off the bike, depending on how tall you are, you can probably hit the water bottle if you put one here, because it's really close to me. So that all depends. I mean, I guess these 2 screws are here for a reason, but I'm not exactly sure what would make sense to put over there. But anyway, rear rack, super cool. 4 screws. You can put like a milk crate back here and take it to the supermarket and get a few things that are necessary when we do supermarket runs in the middle of the night when we're feeling like we need a little snack here and there. I'm not sure if you can do your week's worth of grocery shopping back here, but that's pretty cool, man. And I think on their website they also sell accessories for the e-bike, and you can accessorize it with all sorts of stuff. I think this is a fantastic e-bike for the price. I highly recommend it. I love the screen. These screens are getting more and more modern. Like, they don't look generic anymore. And Aipas is one of the few companies that don't use like generic equipment. Like, this is not generic. I haven't seen this on any other e-bike before. Things like this Shimano shifter, as well as the half twist throttle and the brakes. Those are definitely in other e-bikes. I think there's only like a select few manufacturers in China that produce specific parts, so I think they just get it from there. But anyway, as far as the shocks are concerned, you got front and rear. Okay, so front and rear shocks are fully adjustable. Check it out. Yeah, so it's got good compression. It's got really, really nice shock in the back that also compresses like I was riding on the dirt. Anyway, guys, I think you know by now that I love this F3 Max e-bike from Aipas. Link down in the description below in case you're interested, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Peace.